What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Rome Good. Good promo. We back. This was a real intense game. Talking about the women's NCAA Final Four game, South Carolina versus Connecticut. South Carolina pit belt the ass. They were the victors. Really intense game. But at the end of the game, things got real intense between the coaches, Don Stanley and Geno. Geno A. I can't say his last name. I always butcher it. But at the end of the game, with the handshake at the end, Geno had some words for Don Stanley, and they went back and forth. Whatever he said ticked her off. It kind of got into like a little screaming match. Coaches and staff came and stepped between the two of them, as you can see in this video. It is alleged that Geno, he said that he was, he had issues with her because at the beginning of the game, it's some type of tradition they do where the two coaches get center court and give like an official handshake.
For 41 years, I've been coaching and I've been, 25 Final Fours. And the protocol is before the game, you meet at half court. Anybody ever see that before? Two coaches meet at half court and they shake hands. Correct? You ever see it? They announce it on the loudspeaker. And I waited there for like 3 minutes.
They did shake hands at the beginning of the game, which was shown in footage, but this was some other type of traditional handshake that's supposed to go on, and I don't think it took place.
You talked about the handshake. There's pictures of you guys in videos, pregame handshake. Was your frustration that it took a while for her to get over there? Or was this a separate instance pregame versus the one that was on social media?
No, I think you missed the point of what I'm talking about. So I'd rather not go into it. Anybody that's been in the NCAA tournament, you know what I'm talking about.
And really not sure what the words were, you know what I'm saying? Because whatever he said ticked her off. She got the tripping. Here's a part of some audio and footage where she says she'll beat Geno ass. Like, I'll beat Geno ass. That's right here. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy that this happened at the end of the game. These two teams are rivals. They played in the national championship last year. Connecticut won. The year before that, the Gamecocks did win the national championship. So these two teams have been the top two teams for a while, and it's real competitive between both squads and coaches. And it's kind of coming off that Geno is just being a sore loser. You know, he was the defending champ, and he lost, to the black female coach. They were expected to win. Connecticut came into this game 38-0. I got this social media post from Accepting Uncle Murphy, and these are his words. I kind of feel how he feels, but these are his words. Check out this video.
Okay, don't act like you don't know what happened with Geno Auriemma tonight. A high-achieving white male boomer lost at something that was important to him. Losing made him very upset, and because he's from a class of people who have never faced consequences for failing to learn how to process negative emotions, he didn't know what to do with that frustration. So he did what countless white male boomers have done before him. When faced with the intense negative emotion brought on by his own failure, he instead invented something in his head that did not happen to take his rage out on. Don't act like you've never seen this happen. Don't act like you've never seen a white male boomer lose at something and then invent a slight to be furious at. You've never beaten a boomer in a board game before? You've never seen a white male boomer lose a presidential election before? Here's the thing. Yes, it's just a white male boomer who doesn't have the emotional intelligence to deal with the strong emotions that come with his own failure. But it also is racist. A successful white man failed and invented something in his head to be mad at a black woman about. He invented something in his head to attack the character of a black woman who shares his standing in the world. That is incredibly racist to do. It's not overt. It's not on purpose. What he did, taking his inability to process his own emotion and inventing something in his head to be mad at a black woman about, his contemporary, his equal in coaching, where there are very few equals. He made up something to attack a black woman about instead of dealing with his own anger at having lost a game. That's horseshit.
He was feeling some type of way because one of his players' jerseys got ripped and they had to change it during the game. But it wasn't because of a South Carolina player ripping her jersey. It looked like his player ripped her own jersey for some reason. So I don't know. It's just a lot of speculation and stuff being thrown out there. So yeah, it's kind of crazy that this happened because it kind of take the spotlight off of South Carolina winning. We're talking about this altercation at the end of the game more than them being victors and going on to the championship game. They actually go on to the championship game. They play UCLA. UCLA been balling, going crazy this year, so this will be a good, intense game between South Carolina and UCLA. And that should be the focus. That's what we should be talking about. To me, I think Geno was just being a sore loser. You know, he lost to Don Stanley, a black woman, having success. And I feel he couldn't take it, Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. The national championship game is soon. By the time you see this, that game would have been played. And I'm putting in my prediction. I think South Carolina is going to win. And, you don't fueled her up to win now. Like, she got to go all the way. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like South Carolina is going to win. Y'all let me know in the comments how y'all feel about this. And Geno, he did finally apologize. I guess he came to his senses, or, people spoke to him like, you got to get ahead of this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a bad look for him. These are both two well-respected coaches. And the way he acted at the end of the game was kind of childish and, unprofessional, bad sportsmanship. So he did put out a statement. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. How do y'all feel about the way Geno reacted at the end of the game? How y'all feel about Don Stanley? She said she was going to beat Geno ass. But yeah, let me know y'all thoughts in the comments. Shout out to my subscribers, the old ones, the new ones. I appreciate all y'all. It's your boy Rom. Good promo. I'm going to have a video coming real soon. I'm on y'all next time. Peace.